Hey guys, Exotic Dan here. Welcome back to another video. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about a manager who owns several YouTube channels, and he did some very bad things to his employees, who are basically actresses on the YouTube channel. And the manager who I'm going to be talking about in this video is Ian Dean Rylett. Now, for those who have no idea who Ian Dean Rylett is, Ian was the owner of the YouTube channel 7 Awesome Kids. This channel became very popular, which basically caused the channel to have multiple spin-off channels such as 7 Super Girls and 7 Fabulous Teens. And these channels became very popular, which caused them to have 13 million subscribers before they were taken down in 2018 due to Ian's arrest. And some of these things and the content that was on this channel basically featured daily uploads of girls who were under the age of 18 performing vlog-like content and skits. And these channels became very popular in the YouTube Kids app, basically causing these videos to be everywhere on the YouTube Kids app. And like I said before, these channels became very popular with people who were under the age of 13. And with some of the content that was on the channel, it looked like things were going according to plan. It looked like business was going well. But it turned out that there were some very dark things that were happening behind the scenes, where Ian Dean Rylett forced one of his employees to sign a contract, which basically told, and you may be asking what was on the contract. Well, one of the things that was on the contract was basically telling the girl to basically telling her to do things that made her feel uncomfortable. And what basically happened is the contract basically told the girl that she would have to undress in front of him. And Ian Dean Rylett forced the girl to sign this contract. And one of the other things that he also did to his employees was basically, when they were filming a video in Arizona, one of the girls passed out from having a heat stroke, and Ian Dean Rylett told her to continue performing the video. And this is right after she passed out from having a heat stroke and vomiting. And for those who have no idea, Arizona is a very hot place in the United States, and if you're not hydrated very well in Arizona, it can lead to very serious health problems. And Ian Dean Rylett basically denied any evidence that the girl had a heat stroke and continued filming, and basically told her to continue doing the video. And this is right, and once again, like I said before, she just passed out from having a heat stroke and vomiting. Another thing that happened is that Ian Dean Rylett would also make inappropriate jokes about wardrobe malfunctions, and he would also tell his employees that they would have to wear outfits that he said were sponsored approval, when in reality they were not sponsored approval, and they were only for his personal gain. And he would also tell the girls that he was working with to basically tell them to do these things that were making them feel uncomfortable. And he said that if they did these things that they were uncomfortable doing, he would give them money. One of the girls basically told him, one of the people that he told the girl, with one example being that he told one of the girls that if she did what he told her to do, he would give her $1,000. And this also started to become very, very concerning, as we will get into in a little bit. And this also caused a lot of things to basically happen. A lot of more girls started to become victimized, and a lot of the other girls of the 7 Awesome Kids brand started to become more victims of what Ian was doing. And this was also something else I will get into in a little bit. Ian also told some of these girls that they would also have to tell, and basically one of the other things that Ian told the girls to do were basically to take him to take pictures of them doing things that they were uncomfortable doing. And this was explained in one of the members' videos on her personal YouTube channel. And one thing that I should also mention is when the girls were on the 7 Awesome Kids YouTube channels, they were not allowed to have personal YouTube channels or personal social media pages. They were only allowed to have these things if they left the 7 Awesome Kids brand. And these were and we do not know why this was a rule, but we can only assume that this was probably for Ian's personal gain. And another thing that I would also like to point out is that Ian was very careless, and another thing that he also did to his employees is that he would berate them or even fine them if the employees did not do what he said. And some of these things that he told them to do were things that he told them to do were things that made the girls feel uncomfortable. And during a trip in Orlando, Florida, one of the girls was contacted by Ian to have a personal meeting with him. And this is when Ian started to have very inappropriate interactions with the girl that he was having a meeting with. Some of these things included 18 plus acts and even beratement as well, like I said before. It was basically some of the stuff that he did with the girl during that meeting was basically 18 plus interactions and some of the stuff that I mentioned earlier. And this basically caused one of the girls to speak to another member of the 7 Awesome Kids brand, and she told the member everything that the manager did to her. And this basically resulted in that member telling her mom about everything that happened, and then that mom inviting that member who had that meeting with Ian, basically calling that girl over to her room and basically telling her everything that happened. And after everything that happened, it was one of the parents of the members called the police, and it also found out that, and basically it caused Ian to get arrested for what he was doing to the girls that he was working with. And like I said before, these channels were very popular with people who were under the age of 13 years old, and all of the actresses on the YouTube channels were under the age of 18. And this basically was very concerning, and after Ian's arrest happened, all of the 7 Awesome Kids YouTube channels were discontinued, and the YouTube channel still remained up during Ian's court hearing. And we'll get into the reason why these YouTube channels remained up during his court hearing. During Ian's court hearing, it was announced that Ian would receive 90 days behind bars, and he would be permanently banned from working with minors. And for those who have no idea what permanently means, it basically means something that is going to last with you for the rest of your life. And like I said before, he was permanently banned with working with kids after his court hearing was announced. And the reason why the YouTube channels remained up is because the people who were there during his court hearing wanted to have access to potential evidence. And once that the evidence was not needed anymore, the YouTube channels were taken down. And that is where the video ends. So this is where the video ends. And that's also the end of the story of Ian Dean Rylett. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys happen to find this video, and if you guys happen to enjoy this video or found this video useful, please make sure to hit the like button, and also don't forget to subscribe to my main channel because I do daily uploads on my main YouTube channel, and also don't forget to subscribe and ring the notification bell on my second channel. My second channel will be the third link in below, and don't forget to subscribe and ring the notification bell on this channel so that way you guys just in case, and also don't forget to subscribe and ring the notification bell on this channel so that way you guys can be notified whenever a new 13 plus, 15 plus, and 18 plus video gets uploaded to this YouTube channel. And if you guys want to follow me on social media, all of my social media accounts will be linked down in the description below. And until then, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.